Hey YouTube, it's your boy back again. Another video, another company I think is necessary to talk about. Put the drivers on point, let them know what to expect coming over here. K&B Transportation. You look them up online, they got a good advertisement. 1,600 guaranteed company driver. All these great benefits, everything that they offer. There's a couple of things that they don't inform you of before you even come here or go to orientation. So, as a driver, it's my responsibility. I'm currently here with them. Been working with them for about a month, just to let the drivers know what my experience has been since I've been here. And overall, talking to a lot of the other drivers, basically the same, And this is one of those situations. It sounds great, $1,600 a week guaranteed. They say on top weeks you're going to earn 2,000 plus. Well, I got to tell you, that's a myth. There isn't no top weeks here. I think I ran about 1,800 miles a week. It's just because of how their system is and how they work you, how they schedule their runs and shit that they do. That's going to be your average, about 1,800 a week. But now making $1,600 for $1,800 a week, that's really not a bad week, because thinking about, boom, that's not that many miles. But this is the catch-22 with that. They're going to run you like a fucking Hebrew slave. When I say they're going to run you like a Hebrew slave, they're going to run you like a Hebrew slave. My experience since I've been here with this company, there's a lot of relays. You're going to spend most of your time doing relays, running short miles, relays, taking other drivers' loads that they didn't ran the miles off of them, then they wanted to relay it with you. They're going to send you customers where you're going to have to sit in the door. And a lot of the customers, I basically sit in the door anywhere from 4 to 8 hours. No bullshit, You can be like, all right, I get out of here. I'm going to go pick up the next load. You're going to go pick up the next load. It might be a nice looking load. You're not going to run that load. They're going to have you run at a short distance, relay it to the drop yard so somebody else can pick it up, run it, or relay it with another driver. Typically, relays, short runs, sitting in the doors. That's what it basically consists of. How they run you, it's hard to plan anything here. You don't know if you're going to be able to take a shower, when you're going to be able to shut down and take a break. They literally, once your 10-hour break is up, they're calling you. I mean, you could be way ahead of your appointment. They still calling you when you're moving, when you're doing this and that. Micromanage is an understatement. They feel like we giving you a guaranteed $1,600. You're going to move how we want you to move, when we want you to move. If you don't move how they want you to move, because this is the catch-22. In order to get that guaranteed $1,600, you have to do on-time schedule. They're on time. I'm 3-4 hours ahead of my delivery. I stop, take a shower. My phone ringing. Yo, what's up? You moving? What you doing? We want you to do this. Oh, chill. I got my time. I got my delivery time. I need to take a shower. Okay, yeah, that's just understandable. But we want you there by this time. Well, you want me there. You give me a delivery time. I'm 4 hours ahead of my delivery time. I got a flying J pilot, right along my route. They don't really want none of that. So if you don't mind sitting in the doors for 4-8 hours, getting unloaded, somebody else ran the miles off of it, this might be a company for you. I'm not feeling it. You can't even do nothing health-wise to take care of yourself. You know what I mean? And there's another thing that's I think is very important to talk about that they do not tell you about when you come over here. They just started this within the last month and a half to 2 months. Okay, I'm gonna turn this around so you can see what I'm talking about. Here, they install outward facing cameras on the truck, on the side of the truck. So your truck is covered from outward and on the sides. Now, this is also, they say they can't see the inside of your truck, but even in the inside, you have this. You got cameras on the side, on the back. That green and red lights stay on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The shit don't go off. So, as I'm making this video right now, they probably listen, which I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? My time here is gonna be very short-lived. I can't see myself literally letting someone just run me. $1,600 a week ain't worth my peace of mind, my mental sanity, my health. You know, you can't even get time to get out, take a walk, you know, jog, exercise, do anything that, you know, you might feel like you need to do for yourself. Their whole thing is relays, sitting indoors. They'll play with your clock a little bit if it's beneficial for the company. Right now, they give me a load today. I had 2 hours left on my clock. I was about 40 minutes from the pickup. I got 2 hours left on my clock for the day, on my cycle for the week. So their thing was, okay, let me see how you share the screen. I'm trying to share the screen with y'all. Okay. Alright, I ain't figured that part out yet, so I'm not that high tech. I'm trying to share my screen with you, show you exactly what I'm talking about. You're going to run off of recaps a lot. There's no 34-hour resets here. The company don't believe in 34-hour resets. And anybody that's been in this trucking thing for a while know you got a 7-8 day work schedule, 70 hours a week. They circumvent around that. Basically want you out 2 months at a time, work 2 months at a time, 10 days off for the whole 2 months. They circumvent around a 34-hour reset by having you run off of recaps. And that's the whole part of their system. They know that a lot of the customers, you're going to sit in the door anywhere from 4 to fucking 8 hours. They want you off duty, sleeper berth. That's hours you're going to get back every day. So that's how they keep you going off of recaps for all that time, because it's hands down, every fucking company they got is always sitting in the door, sitting in the door, sitting in the door, loading for hours a day. If you do make a delivery, that delivery, you're going to be sitting in the door for hours a day. So you always got time coming back for your recaps. I've been driving now for about 10 years, and the one thing I know, running off of, you can do recaps, but you can't circumvent around that 34-hour reset. That's a mandatory, it's guaranteed with DOT. They do it. Yeah, alter your logs, change duty status, do what they have to do so that they can keep you moving. Now, I'm supposed to, right now, I have 22 minutes left on my 70-hour cycle. I have 9 hours coming back. So for that 9 hours, they want me to take this load, LaSalle, Illinois, relay it with another driver, take his load, which this was a good run of the road load. This road was going to Colorado. I'll never see those Colorado miles. I'm giving them to another driver. And that's what it's been since I've been out here. I pick up a good load. I'm thinking, well, I'm ready to get some good miles and make some decent money this week. Every fucking nice load I had, they took it, they gave it to another driver, had me short hop it to another driver somewhere else, give me their load. I take their load and I go sitting in the door from 4 to 8 hours, literally, you know. And I said, damn, they really treat you like a lackey, a fuckboy, you know what I mean? Like, here, you ain't earned your bones or your experience that you bring to the table. Since I've been here, I haven't had one late pickup. I haven't had one late delivery. I'm always on point. I stay ahead of my... It's just what I've been doing since I've been driving for 10 years, you know. That means nothing to them. It's their way, how they do things. They give you that guaranteed $16.10 a week. And believe me, they making you earn every fucking penny of that. If they got to cut your hours, your logs, do whatever they have to do, is about them orchestrating it the way that they run it. Also, you know, with these inwards, outwards cameras and all the shit they install, it's constantly going 24 hours a day. But also, they don't let you know is they don't tell you before you come to orientation. They have an app you have to install on your phone. It's called Drive Safe. Whenever you start driving, they want you to open the app up, hit your home button, close your phone out, sit your phone down. You cannot touch your phone or nothing with your phone until you get to wherever you're going, emergency or whatever. So I understand the safety thing, but at the same time, you know, I got an iPhone. I'll say, hey, Siri's call my kids, call the old lady. Half of the time, Siri say, well, you have to turn on your precise location. I said, my precise location is on. You know, that app literally controls some of your permissions on your phone. So you have, it's too much, evading too much. They have too much personal stuff. You know, when you got to put an app on your phone, it's controlling your phone, all the cameras and all the extra shit. It's not worth it. You know, $1,600 a week is a good paid for company job, but they don't let you know what that $1,600 is going to cost you as a driver. Like I told them already, I said, listen, dude, you know, you're giving me runs. In 10 years, I've never had nothing on my DAC report. I'm trying to keep it that way. I told them, oh, yeah, sure, I understand. You know, I'm leaving the customers yesterday with a load. They want me to stay off duty from the time I get there. When I pick the load up, PC out, so I'm staying on off duty status. So if I'm sitting at that customer for let's say 4 hours off duty, and I PC there, find parking, that means you only want me to get a 6 or 5.5 hour break before you start driving me again. No, I'm not doing that. And I told them you cannot PC under a load. You know what I mean? So they encourage you. You can change your clock, alter your clock yourself. You know, they basically encourage you to do that. So this information, you know, I hope it's helpful to the drivers. Let them know what they decide. They know what to expect if they do decide to come over here. So, you know, I felt obligated as a driver just to let you know. It's like, yo, this is what this is hitting for. You know what I mean? I'm not happy with it. $1,600 is like, you know, I got a 6-year-old, I got a 3-year-old. They literally want you out, and they're going to run you literally like a Hebrew slave. So, it might work for you, but it ain't working for me, you know. But that's it. Hope this information was helpful, and till the next time, peace.